What we're doing today is local asparagus, local fiddleheads. They were brought in by one of our farmers from the market yesterday.
The West End Food Co-op's Cannery project, it's a collaboration between the West End Food Co-op, which is a multi-stakeholder co-op, and Parkdale Activity and Recreation Centre. We have a food security issue and we have a local food issue. Both of those issues support and can be best realized through canning. Canning has been around in various forms for centuries. It wasn't until the late 50s that canning as we know it sort of became a stable, something people could do in their own kitchens.
Once you learn the basics, it's actually pretty simple. Hear that little pop? If you can boil water, if you can measure out, a tablespoon of this and a cup of that and follow a recipe, you can do hot water bath canning. It's not super rocket science, and it's buying good ingredients, which is what we're hoping to promote in the first place. So.
Well, I grew up with a very creative and home-eccy kind of mom who preserved everything that grew in the garden. And then being in Parkdale with the introduction of the Sororn Park Farmers Market just kind of made me think of those times with my mom. And I thought, it would be a good idea to get back into that, more so for knowing what I'm putting into my body.
I think a lot of people are more interested in figuring out where their food comes from, in terms of how is it grown, is it bad for us, does it have chemicals in it, pesticides, whatever, but also in terms of financially and taste. Quite frankly, I find that most things I make better than anything I can buy at the store now, so not to brag or anything.
I enjoy the community aspect of it. I'm a member of the West End Food Co-op. I had a big interest in just learning to can because it makes you more self-sufficient. And I guess that's why I wanted to do it, buying the fresh produce, bringing it home, preserving it, to have it later, to have that knowledge.
The workshop benefits community members generally. It's all about cultivating a sense of cooperative work, working together with people regardless of your background. We have a lot of immigrants in this community, we have a lot of people who have psychiatric disabilities, a lot of people who have physical disabilities, specifically in Parkdale. We want to do a little bit more outreach to those communities, but that takes money, it takes time and energy to actually engage people in those communities and say, come on, yes, we can support you in coming to this workshop. We do it all the time. People should be preserving their food because it's cheap, it's easy, it's rewarding. You can preserve local food. It doesn't have to be shipped all across the continent. You can do it in your own kitchen with food that you grew in your own backyard.